Markups and discounts are used in business all the time, especially when working out profits and profit margins, and you've probably had experience with discounts when there's been sales and things on. So the maths in this section looks at how they're calculated and looks at different types of discounts that are offered to different types of businesses. So when a shop sells an item, they will buy it at a wholesale price and then they'll mark it up. That means they add money to it so they make a profit. This can be calculated just using percentages or by using a multiplier. Now, you did multipliers back early on in your schooling, possibly year 9-ish, but then you don't use them much, so you tend to forget them a bit. So a 10% increase would mean that the new price is 110% of the original cost. Now, let's just draw that. So you've got the original thing here, which is 100%, and then you've got another bit which is another 10% on it. So when you put those two of them together, it ends up as 110%. Okay. Now, percent means per 100. To convert this to a decimal, you just move the decimal places 2 points to the left, so it'll be 1.1. And now that's the multiplier for a 10% increase. Okay. So if you had a 20% increase, the multiplier will be 1.2. Okay. Now, the similar thing would happen when you go to looking at a discount. So let's have a look at how a discount would work. Similar thought process. In a discount, make out you've got 100% of the item, and you've got a 25% discount. So if you took 100, take 25%, you're going to end up 75% of the original item. Okay, so it's 25% has been deleted off of there. So 75%, if we're going to convert that to a multiplier, is 0.75. So if you're reducing something, the number is below 0. If you're increasing something, the multiplier is above 0. So let's have a look at how this works in a context. Calculate the selling price of an item if it was purchased from a wholesaler for $34.99 with a 22% markup as well as a 10% GST markup. So we've got this item, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding onto it the 22% plus the 10%. So let's go to what it looks like as a multiplier. The first multiplier would be 1.22. Okay, because that is 100 at 22%. And the other multiplier would be 1.1, because that is 100 at 10. So that gives us 110. And then when we convert that to a decimal, it's 1.1. So if you've got it from the wholesaler for $34.99, and we have a 22% markup, and we have a 10% GST, if we times them like that in a series, we'll end up with the answer. Now notice that we have converted everything to decimals, so we can just do it on the way all the way through, and we don't have to worry about finding 10% and then adding it on, because this is doing it all automatically for us. So that brings us to $49.96. So that's what the price would be on the shelf. So the wholesaler sells it to you for that much. You then mark it up by 22% with a 10% GST, and it gives you a grand total of $49.96. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it, and it keeps the math simple if you have to do any rearrangements. Let's have a look at how discounts work. Discounts is exactly the same, but in the opposite direction. We have three types of discounts that we look at in terms of this course. Now, the first one is a trade discount. If you're a tradie and you work in a certain area, you get a trade card which will then give you a discount for materials related to that trade. So if you're a painter, you get a discount on paint. If you're a plumber, you get a discount on plumbing stuff. Okay, cash discount is something that you can make use of as well, because most shops will let you do a cash discount, especially if they say how much for cash, because if they charge a credit card, they get charged a percentage to use that credit card. But a cash discount means that you can make it better for you and better for them, and they should be able to take some sort of money off for them. Okay. Settlement discounts are the third ones, where what happens is they give you a discount over a period of time. So a 10-7 one means you'll get a 10% discount if you pay within 7 days. Okay, a 10% discount within 7 days. Then you get a 5% discount within 14 days, and then no discount if you're paying in 30 days. Okay, so the first one is the discount, and the second one is the days. So what that means is it encourages you to pay early because you get a 10% discount, and if you paid with cash and you're a tradie, you'll end up with more discounts. So it's to encourage you to get rid of that debt quickly and get money into the business. Okay, so it works out well. So if we're going to look at the way of working out the net price when you've got a discount running, we can look at this formula here. Net price is the price that you pay, X is the percentage discount, and then you end up having that multiplier. If you have to rearrange it to work out what the original price is, all you do is go your original price equals your net price divided by that multiplier. Now remember that if you've got a 20% discount, that your multiplier is going to be 80% or 0.8. That's all that this bit does here. Okay, that's like saying 100 take 20. So don't be too confused about that. Okay, so this is one rearrangement, and this is the other rearrangement that you need to know. It kind of makes sense, so some people don't write the formulas down. That's up to you. Let's have a look. The first one, you've got a can of paint. The original cost was $49.95, including GST, and there's a trade discount of 17.5. So actually, how much would you pay for that? So let's have a look at how we do it. We want to work out our multiplier first, so it's going to be 100. Take away 17.5, and that gives us 82.5. So the new price is 82.5% of the original. So what we do then is go $49.95 is what it was marked on the shelf, but you get this discount, and your answer then would be $41.21. So you end up with, you're paying a discount there, so it's just doing it in one step. If you wanted to, you could find 17.5% of 49.5 and then take it away. You'll still get the same answer, but it's in two steps. This is a far more efficient way of doing it. Let's look at part B. Tradesman pays $78 after getting the trade discount of 18%. What must have been the original price? So he's paid 78%. He's paid $78, sorry. So what you're trying to find is the original cost. Now if you think of the formula, it's original cost times by the discount equals the selling price. So we know that 78 is our selling price. We know that our discount is 18%, so we need to go from there. So once again, we work out our multiplier. Our multiplier is going to be 100 take away 18 because we got a discount. Discount's take away, which gives us 82%. So as a decimal, that is 0.82. So when we come back to this formula here, you have OC times by 0.82 equals our selling price, which is 78, and that rearrangement therefore is your original cost equals 78 divided by 0.82, which then equals $95.12. Okay, so this bit here is 78 divided by 0.82 gives us that there. So you can notice that this is bigger than the price that you paid for it because you've had a discount on it. Okay, so it's just showing you what that is. So that's the two ways of doing these things, but it's really important just to get sorted in your head what's actually happening with each of the maths bits, so then you can just stick it into the formula. Now the last thing that we'll look at is series discounts, and we've kind of done it there a little bit. What happens is sometimes you get a series of discounts. You might get a 10% and then a 5% and a 3%, And you can't just add them together. You can't go 10 add 5 is 15 add 3 is 18%, so I'm getting an 18% discount. It doesn't work that way. You've got to get each of those multipliers and times them together. So if you have a look here, a serious discount of 10, 15 and 5 would be 0.9, that's the multiplier, times by 0.15, then times by 0.95. Notice for all of these I'm doing 100 take away 10, 100 take away 15, and 100 take away 5. So you've got a single multiplier happening there. And when you look at that in nice neat typing writing, it looks like that. 100 take 10 times 100 take 15 times 100 take 5, which is exactly what I've done with my 0.9 times 0.15 times 0.95, and you'll end up with 0.9 like that, and your single multiplier